Good morning. It's 10 o'clock and time for Lincoln Ware Live. We're here every Sunday morning from 10 until 11. And we want to thank you for joining us this morning. Got an action-packed show for you. The first half of the show, Cincinnati Works. We'll talk to Nicole Ware, no relation, but still, she's here to talk about Cincinnati Works and how they're bringing people out of poverty, getting people jobs and things like that. The second half of the show, next weekend, the Black Family Reunion comes to Sawyer Point. We'll give you all the information on what's going to take place next weekend at Sawyer Point when hundreds of thousands of people will converge on Sawyer Point for the Black Family Reunion. We'll talk about that on the second half of the show, so stick around. But first of all, welcome to the show, Nicole Ware.
Thank you.
And like I said, no relation, but you look like some of my relatives. How about that?
I might be. You never know. All
right. Now tell us about Cincinnati Works. What is Cincinnati Works?
Cincinnati Works is a not-for-profit free employment service agency. We basically, our vision is to lead the effort to eliminate poverty in our community. And our mission is to work with all willing and capable people in poverty to assist them in reaching economic self-sufficiency through employment.
Okay. Yeah. Now, when you say through employment, do you have contracts with different companies, corporations? Do you help find them jobs? How do they get the jobs?
We have 40 to 50 core employers in our greater Cincinnati area. We don't have contracts per se. There is no financial arrangement between Cincinnati Works and the employers. But what a person does is they come through our job readiness training. It's a 5-day training, and upon completion of that, they become a lifetime member.
Okay.
And then we, for free, offer them placement services through our core employers. And then we follow up with them for a year once they've gotten a job and then help them to advance their economic self-sufficiency.
And I guess your motto is one job for 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year at one job.
You want them to stay on one job for 1 year.
That's right.
If they can do that, they're pretty much on their way.
Yes, our population comes to us because they want another chance to succeed in life. And so we say job stabilization is more important than finding another job for maybe a 25-cent pay increase. That will look better on your resume to an employer than you going from job to job every 3 to 4 months.
Now, who qualifies for Cincinnati Works? I know you say you got to go through a 5-day training, but who can just walk in and say, I want to go through this, I want to join?
Well, anybody would be welcome to attend an information session. We hold them 5 days a week, Monday through Fridays at 10 a.m. sharp. And you just need to be 18 years of age or older. There's no age cutoff limit. Interested in full-time permanent employment. Able to pass a drug screen. We do a police check, anyone from clean to a moderate police check and job search with our core employers. Have a place to stay and be living in poverty, 200% at or below.
Okay, so that's one of the, you said, so I guess if they don't have a job, they're pretty much living in poverty.
Pretty much, yeah.
So now, how hard is it for you to get a job for these people after they come in and go through the training? Is that very difficult?
We fill about 600 jobs a year.
Really?
Yeah. So we're very successful at doing what we do and helping people find employment through our core employers and through the open market jobs as well. But we've demonstrated success in that area.
And what type of jobs are they?
They are entry-level jobs, paying anywhere from $8 to $10 an hour. A couple people with more qualifications might get 11 or 12 at the more professional locations like banks. But the jobs range from transportation, customer service, administrative assistant, security. It could be a wide range in the entry-level field.
And see, and on my regular talk show, people call me all the time. There's nothing out there for people to get a job. There's no jobs out there. They just want us to live like this. And you hear this all the time, but do people really know about Cincinnati Works? Is it a well-kept secret or what?
Well, when I first came to Cincinnati Works about 3.5 years ago, it was definitely a well-kept secret. I'm glad to say that now the secret is being shared a lot more, so people that we serve know about us a lot more, and they tell other people. Word of mouth is one of our #1 referral sources. But, you know, 744-WORK is how you can find out about us, basically.
All right, and we want to hear from you at 513-381-3838. If you've got questions about Cincinnati Works, give us a call. If you didn't know Cincinnati Works was out there and now you know, give us a call also because, hey, the jobs are there, the training is there. The goal is to get you out of poverty, get you a job so that you'll keep a job and live a fruitful life. So let's take a break and then we'll come back and take your calls. 513-381-3838. Nicole Ware is my guest from Cincinnati Works. We'll come back and let you talk to her right here on Lincoln Ware Live on It's 38. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back live. Lincoln Ware Live is the program. And as promised, like I said, coming up on the second half of the show, we'll talk about the Black Family Reunion coming up this weekend. It actually starts Friday night and then goes into Saturday and Sunday at Sawyer Point. We'll give you more information on that. But right now, Cincinnati works, and I've got Nicole Ware in the studio with me. And they've got the jobs out there. They've got the training. All they have to have is you to show up. And time and time again, people call me complaining, there's no jobs here, we can't do this, we can't do that. And they're just right there. You just have to go and it's not, no one's going to take a job and bring it to your door and knock on it and say, hey, I'm a job, here I am. They're not going to do that. If you want to work, you've got to go out and seek the job. Let's go to the telephones. I think Lisa is on here. Lisa, good morning. You're on Lincoln Ware Live. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Pretty good. What's up?
Yes. My question is, do you work with people who have a felony on their record?
That's a good question. It's a common question, and good morning to you. We do work with people who have felonies on their record. They typically need to be nonviolent felonies because the core employers that we work with, that's their hiring criteria. And since we're not the employers, we work with the employers. We recruit based on what our hiring criteria is for our core employers. But typically, nonviolent felonies such as theft-related or even drug-related would qualify.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your call. And folks, if you're going to look for a job, put the smoke down. Stop. If you know you're looking for a job, why do you continue to smoke a joint, to smoke marijuana? You know, that just amazes me. People go looking for a job and they smoked last week or the night before they take the drug test. That eliminates so many people from getting a job. Wouldn't you say so?
It does eliminate people from getting a job. It typically stays in 4 to 6 weeks if you need to know when to put that down before you start to job seek.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend that. Most of our core employers, by the way, the reason why we drug screen is because like all but one of our core employers drug screen.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
and people know this, but they just continue to smoke or snort or whatever they do. Let's go to Kabuki. Kabuki, how are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
I am a product of Cincinnati workers. I was down and out, was watching TV one morning and seen the commercial. They said, try Cincinnati workers. I called down, went down on a Monday. You got to be there before 10 o'clock. I went down, went through the program. They actually helped me by getting little misdemeanor expunged. Jody Connect helped me out. Mrs. Oyama helped me out. They made me a resume. Miss Shirley hooked me up with a resume, and I'm telling you, you better check it out, Cincinnati. Cincinnati works. I work for the federal government.
Whoa, okay.
Speak. They put me an application in. I sent my resume over. Bam. I'm making the dollar bill now.
All right. Now, since you saw this on TV one morning, hopefully someone out there is watching the Lincoln Ware Live, and this will help them today, just like it helped you when you saw it on TV.
And I'm 55 years old, and they help me out, I'm telling you. There's no age bracket. They teach you how to interview. They help you with clothing. I mean, it's off the hook, I'm telling you. It's off the hook.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thanks for calling. Thanks for being a testimonial this morning.
All right.
That wasn't planned. Thank you.
All right. I know it wasn't planned. There you go. Now, give the phone number out again.
It's 744-WORK. 744-WORK.
744-WORK is the number. And write that number down. Call them Monday morning. What time can they call Monday morning?
They can call at 8 a.m., but the 10 a.m. is the number they need to remember in terms of when to show up to an information session.
All right. Give the number again.
744-WORK.
All right. Our phone number here is 513-381-3838. And we'll go back to the phones, and let's talk to Okay, let's go to Nina. Nina, good morning. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good.
Hello.
I just had a response to something that you said. You said that there people call in all the time saying that there are no jobs in Cincinnati. And I just wanted to say that I could testify to that because I'm 25. I'm a full-time college student, and I was unemployed from February of last year until August of this year. And
Wow.
I went to over 30 interviews, and no one would hire me. And I'm overqualified for most of the jobs that I even applied for. I'm talking on down to cashier. And in my previous experience with banking, I used to work with the IRS, and I could not find a job. So it is true. And as far as Cincinnati Works, I mean, it is a great program, but if you're a college student, how would that work? You can't get in there at 10 a.m. when you have classes in the morning. That's all I want.
Okay, thanks for your call.
Thank you.
And if you're a full-time college student, you probably would not be able to hold down a full-time job. Do you have part-time jobs for people?
We do have part-time jobs, but the full-time jobs can be second shift as well.
Yeah.
So if you go to school during the day, you could still work during the evening. And we also have third shift jobs. What she was just describing is a tough reality because the competitive job market out there, it's competitive. I had to be overqualified and take a job that I was overqualified for just to get in the door to start somewhere.
Right,
and that
right.
is what I would recommend that Nina do.
All right, let's go to Jeff. Jeff, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right, Lincoln.
What's on your mind?
Hey, I have a question. Does that program help for kids that's been diagnosed with craniocystosis? It's like a disability, which he's very body-wise, working-wise, he's very capable of doing anything. He's consistent on doing a good job when he does it, and he just has, he wants to be a perfectionist, and it has to be correct. And I was just curious, that's the only thing I want to ask. Thank you.
All right, thanks for your call. How old is this person?
Josh, he just turned 18. He
Okay.
graduated from Aiken High School.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks for your call.
Yeah, the key term that you mentioned was functional, capable of working, and that's really all that matters. That's the criteria. Whatever your disability is, first of all, you don't have to declare it, and you should not declare it on any application. And it's not, a criteria for us. As long as you're capable of working and doing the job, that's what matters.
All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll give you a chance to jump on board at 513-381-3838. Cincinnati Works, and apparently it's working. We've had a phone call from a guy that it worked for, and it could work for you. Yes,
That's
and
right.
We'll give you a phone number. Give the phone number before we go to break.
744-WORK.
744-WORK. Call that number tomorrow, and we'll take a quick break and come right back. Lincoln Ware Live is the program. Nicole Ware is my guest from Cincinnati Works, and we'll come back after these important messages right here on It's 38. Back in a moment. And we're back live. Lincoln Ware Live is the program. Nicole Ware, my guest from Cincinnati Works. And if you are unemployed, you need a job, maybe you have a job that's not really doing a whole lot for you, you need to call 744-WORK tomorrow, and they'll give you information on how you can become a part of Cincinnati Works. And we'll go back to the telephones. Let's go to Vincent. Vincent, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Pretty good. What's on your mind?
I have a question. I've been on Social Security for like the last 11 years, and I'm willing to work, and I'm able to work. But the only problem that I have is like I have a lot of doctor's appointments because I have to keep my health up, and it causes for me to have trouble in the job. And I'd like to know, is there anything that y'all can help me with that?
Well, two things. First of all, know that when you're on Social Security, when you work, that your pay is impacted. So you will probably, the most you could work is part-time if you don't want those benefits impacted. As far as the doctor's appointments, you would be better off taking a second shift or even a third shift job, so that wouldn't interfere with employment.
There you go.
Okay, then.
All right.
Because I know you said earlier that you would only take like full-time people, so would I be able to come to Cincinnati Work?
We do take people who want part-time employment. We specialize in full-time, but our goal is economic self-sufficiency, ultimately. So if you have to take a part-time job and you have some supplemental income, that's fine.
Okay, then, thank you.
All right, thanks for your call. All right, 513-381-3838. We're taking your calls. Nicole Ware is my guest from Cincinnati Works, and their goal is one job for 1 year. And if you can do that, like you said, it helps your resume, and you're on your way. And so the one caller said he had a job with the federal government. Now, you get people jobs with the government, huh?
Well,
how does that work?
I don't think we have a core employer that's with the federal government, but we have other employers that know about us that will send us their job leads. So we have our pocket of core employers, and then we have other leads that we get.
They'll send you, say, we need this, we need that. Do you have anybody that fits this? And you send them out there, and chances are, if they come to you and say, we have these openings, then they'll probably hire the people you send.
Yeah, they know our processes, and they recommend us. And so when we send them someone, they know they've gone through our training, and they know how to interview and stay on the job. All
right, let's go to Steve. Steve, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right, Lincoln. How are you?
Pretty good. What's going on?
Well, I've got a PSA. Yesterday, the mail brought September Esquire magazine, and on page 217, we have Mark Mallory.
As one of the best-dressed mayors in the country.
Mallory alongside a guy from St. Louis, the St. Louis mayor, Francis G. Slay.
Right.
So when you're down at the Kroger's, just pick up an issue and look at it.
Okay.
And you can see Mark Mallory. He does look sharp. He looks a lot better than the guy from St. Louis.
Well, wearing an $800 suit, it's hard to look bad in an $800 suit.
Hey, so you've seen it then?
Huh?
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, who you think you're talking to? Things like that don't get past me. Come on.
You must get Esquire too then.
I don't get Esquire, but I know he's in there.
Yeah, right. Well, the guy from St. Louis is wearing a $5,000 suit.
That's unbelievable.
And he doesn't look near as good as Mallory.
And this suit that I'm wearing costs $2,900. So what can you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I go down there to Value City and get mine.
All right. Now, is that all you called for?
Right.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Thanks for your call. Gee, we're going to have to fire the call screener. You know, what's up with that? All right. Let's go back to the telephones. Okay, let's go to Lane. Lane, how are you?
Good morning, Lincoln. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Lane.
What's on your mind?
I live in Covington. Do you help people in Kentucky?
Oh, that's a good question. As far as membership goes, we do not have any geographic boundaries or qualifications. You can live anywhere you want to. However, the core employers or the jobs that we typically get are in greater Cincinnati. We do have, well, I shouldn't say we don't have any core employers. We have one core employer in Kentucky. As long as you can travel in greater Cincinnati and there are a few opportunities in northern Kentucky, then we can help you.
Okay, it wouldn't really matter whether it was Kentucky or Cincinnati. I just wanted to know if you help Kentucky residents.
Yes, we do.
Also, you said it's a 5-day training program for job readiness. What if you've been working and you've only been off from work like a month and a half? I mean, I'm really not sure about this job readiness program because I've already had work experience.
I understand. Just so that we can keep it consistent, we ask that anyone that is currently unemployed go through that 5-day training. It might be a refresher for you, but refreshers are good for everyone. I went through it when I signed on, and I still learned something new. So we do recommend that if you're currently unemployed that you have to go through that. Now, if you are employed currently and have been employed for at least 1 year, you do not have to go through that training.
Okay, I'm not employed, but I was employed.
I understand.
15 months, and I've only been off from work for 2 months.
I understand. Just to keep it consistent, we have we ask that all people that are not employed go through that training.
How long is the training?
5 days.
No, I mean from what hours to what hours?
Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks for your call. And what takes place in this training? I mean, what do you cover?
Oh, sure. Most people think we do resume building, so let me just put that out there, that we don't really do a lot of resumes because we have our core employers applications on hand, but we cover being on time to the employer, conflict management, unwritten hidden rules, office politics, how to manage, problem solve, different things like that. We do a segment on budgeting, Different things that occur in the workforce, employer expectations, how to relate to the core employer, different trainings.
Okay. And so I guess, it's pretty much, even though she said, well, I finished working a month ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of these things you covered that she probably could use.
Most people, like I said, I was working in a professional job for a number of years, and still, when I got hired at Cincinnati Works, learned something new.
Yeah.
Everybody can always learn something new.
All right, let's go back to the telephones. Let's go to Tasha. Tasha, how are you? Tasha? Maybe that's not Tasha. Okay, let's go to Lisa. Lisa, how are you? Okay, Lisa's not there. We sure we got the numbers lined up right. Lisa.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi. Lisa.
Who are you, Lisa?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Go ahead. You got to turn your TV down. Lisa. We lost her.
Oh.
Okay. Let's move along. Let's go to, help me out here. Okay. Good morning. How are you?
Fine.
What's your name?
Giselle.
Okay, go ahead, Giselle.
I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good.
Giselle, I was just calling in to say I went through the Cincinnati Works program, and I've been on my job for 4 years.
Oh,
good.
okay.
Very
you.
good program. I really like going through that program. It helped me a whole lot.
Now, how long did it take for them to, after you went through the week's training, and how long did it take for you to find a job?
As soon as I finished my week's training, the next week I found the job.
Okay. Boy, that's quick.
You were more of our aggressive job seekers. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Okay.
I recommend Cincinnati Works to everybody. I tell them all the time.
Oh, thank you.
All right, thanks for your call.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Tanisha. Tanisha, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Pretty good.
Great. I had 2 questions. One, I'm employed, but I'm currently at minimum wage, so I was wondering your program. So you said you can be employed and still go through the program?
Yes, you definitely can. You can be unemployed or underemployed as long as you fall within that mission statement of we want to help you reach self-sufficiency. How long have you been employed?
2.5 years.
Oh, yes. You would qualify as one of our advancement members where you would bypass the 5-day training and we would go straight to career development with you.
Okay, and I have one more question.
Sure.
My sister just graduated from Cincinnati State, and she's having a terrible time finding a job, which she can come also.
Yes. Now, just keep in mind that the kinds of jobs we get are entry level, between $8 to $10. So if she's looking for more than that, she might want to try another job search agency like Super Jobs.
Like what did you say?
Super Jobs. If she's looking for professional level jobs, if she just graduated college, we might not be the best match for her, but she's more than welcome to come and see.
And Super Jobs is down on Central Parkway.
Yes.
Right, Super Jobs.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for your call. All right, let's go to Jerry. Jerry, good morning. How are you? Okay, Jerry is gone. Okay, let's take one more call before we go to break. How about that? Can we take one more call before we? Okay, let's go to Bill. Bill, how are you?
Yes, all right, Lincoln. How you doing?
Pretty good. What's on your mind?
Yeah, this is Bill Barron. I ran for city council 2 years ago.
Right.
And I put City Works on my platform because I thought it was an excellent program. Mm-hmm. And I was just wondering, has the city caught hold of it, and what's going on with that?
I think Mark Mallory has embraced City Works. I think he's backing that, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
Thanks for your call.
Thank you. Mayor Mark Mallory did come to visit Cincinnati Works when he was running for office and has been one of our supporters in the background. But we're not a government agency, and we actually do not accept government funding. We're 100% privately funded. So we would love and welcome any kind of collaborations with the city government.
All right. I guess we need to take a break. And want to thank you for stopping by. 744-WORK is the number.
That's the number.
Nicole Ware was my guest, and thank you for joining me. And hey, you better call that number, 744-WORK. And it sounds like it's a great program.
It is.
Cincinnati Works. Remember that, 744-WORK. Give them a call tomorrow. Tell them you heard about it right here on Lincoln Ware Live. We'll take a break, and we'll come back right here on It's 38. Back in a moment with the Black Family Reunion. We'll give you all the details on that with Gerald Glaspie in a moment. And we're back live. Lincoln Ware Live is the program. My guest the second half of the show, Gerald Glaspie from the Black Family Reunion. Gerald, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lincoln.
And the Black Family Reunion coming up this weekend. I guess things kick off Friday. You have the breakfast this year?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. It's free, open to the public. The Vernon Manor starts at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. free and open to the public. I guess first come, first serve. You got to get there early.
Got to get there early.
And who's going to be the speaker?
Our city manager.
Oh, Milton Dehoney.
Yes, sir.
Will be the speaker. So it kicks off Friday morning at the Vernon Manor. Then Friday night they're having a town hall meeting in whose image blacks and the media, yes. And Alfonso Weston will be the moderator for that. They'll have a panel, yes. And I guess they want to discuss how blacks are portrayed in the media, in the news media, exactly. And so that should be a pretty heated discussion. Then Saturday morning everything kicks off with the Black Family Reunion Parade. Tell us about that.
Well, our parade at this point is around the third largest. We kind of go back and forth between second and third largest within the city of Cincinnati. Uh-huh. And we have generally between 60 and 70 participants. We have the band coming down from Saginaw, Michigan this year.
Okay.
So it should be good.
All right, and it kicks off at the Museum Center, Union Terminal.
Yes.
And it starts at 10 a.m. and it goes through the West End there. And
if you get situated on Lynn Street between Liberty and Ezra Charles, you won't miss it.
Yeah, you're in a pretty good spot there. And then after the parade...
Now, Lincoln, you're in the parade.
Of course I'm in the parade. The Lincoln Ware Walking Club will be there.
That's right.
The Buzz, Mojo, and the Wiz will be there, Radio 1. And maybe next year we'll get Elliot Block to put the 38 Hummer in the Black Family Reunion Parade. He should have been in there this year.
Here. All right.
Yeah,
looks good.
We'll have to do that. And then everything kicks off at Sawyer Point at what time? Noon?
At noon.
At noon. Mm-hmm. And what's going to take place down there?
Well, we have our traditional pavilions. We have sports and fitness, spirituality, and naturally the health pavilion. We save so many lives each year just with the screening that we do at the health pavilion. This year, Ethicon's the sponsor, and Closing the Health Gap actually is doing the programming.
Okay.
So they have something that they're calling Passport to Wellness. It's going to be really worthwhile being there. And Lincoln, we also have the largest gathering of nonprofit organizations at any one event.
I mean, you just walk through and you see all of the nonprofits with their booths set up, yes. And things like that. And people get a lot of gifts to take home too. You get a bag and you just walk through there. You come back with a bag full of goodies.
That's right. A lot of information's exchanged.
And normally you have about 100,000 people or more down there.
We're looking for about 100,000.
And normally you have live entertainment. Tell us a little bit about the entertainment that will take place down there.
Well, this year the headliner for R&B is going to be the Ohio Players.
Ohio Players.
That's right.
Skin tight, Ohio Players.
Fire and all the rest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Earlier in the lineup, we have Bruce Benefield.
Okay.
We have 7-4 West. I believe they're out of Indianapolis.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't leave anyone out, I think I have it here.
And if you have questions about the Black Family Reunion, feel free to give us a call at 513-381-3838. We'll try to answer all of your questions concerning the Black Family Reunion.
Because I don't want to leave out Improv Band with Michelle Phillips.
Okay, yes. Okay. Now, who is every year you have a Family of the Year. Who's the Family of the Year?
Donald, Marion Spencer.
Donald and Marion Spencer, okay. They had a big article in the Inquirer and the Herald about them this week.
Deservingly so.
Yeah, I think they've been married something like 67 years, I believe.
I think we're close to that. Let's see. Because we all talked about it. You're right, 67
years.
Yes.
So, man, that's a long time. That's a long time. But they've been prominent in this this area for years, and they deserve it. So congratulations to Donald and Mary and Spencer.
We shouldn't not mention their sons, Donald Jr. and Edward.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And so the family, they're the family of the year. And the theme this year, bringing families back together.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, Lincoln.
And in years past, you had a lot of teenagers down there, you know, without parents. And they've started wanting people as you come through. Will all that take place again this year to cut down on some of the, you know?
Well, you know, we've enclosed the park the last 2 years, and it's going to be enclosed again this year. We have 3 entryways, and they'll be wanting at those spots.
So you can expect a safe and friendly environment down at Sawyer Point this coming weekend. All right, let's go to the telephones. I believe Crystal is on the line. Crystal, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good.
That's great. I was wanting to know, how come the Black Family Reunion is only 2 days this year instead of 3? And who is the name of the person that originated the Black Family Reunion? And I heard rumors that they used to show up every year, but they no longer do. They no longer show up every year. The originator of the Black Family Reunion.
Well, the originator is about almost 100 years old.
Yes,
She's really not able to get around like she used to.
Dr. Dorothy Height.
Dorothy Height. Dr. Dorothy Height.
Yes.
Okay, and why is it just 2 days instead of 3, and that's all?
Well, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right, right. It's 3 days. The breakfast, you have the town hall meeting Friday, then you have Saturday and Sunday. That's 3 days. It's been that way since the beginning, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
So nothing's changed. All right.
That's right.
Let's move along. Let's go to James, or was it Jane? James, how are you?
Hello?
Yes. Turn your TV down. It's confusing.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm off phone.
Yeah, I still hear the TV. Turn it down. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know.
Okay. What do you want to know? Oh, boy. All right. You're out, James. You just can't get with the program. James, get with the program. Put your phone to your ear, turn the TV down, and ask the question. What are you smoking this morning, James? What are you smoking? That must be some good stuff. Gee, let's move along. Next caller. Let's go to another Crystal.
Yes.
How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, and yourself?
Good.
Good. I'm actually calling to find out about the ceremonies that will be performed, the wedding ceremonies that will be performed this year down there.
Yeah, with Judge Nadine Allen.
Yeah.
What about that?
Right. Well, actually, we're really holding to our theme this year.
Okay.
Bringing families back together. And to make sure that happens in our own way, we're doing wedding ceremonies. Judge Nadine Allen we're calling it the Chapel of Love.
All right.
And we'll have a pavilion that's decorated, and we'll be holding ceremonies as well as renewing vows.
Okay.
If you're interested in doing that,
Right.
you want to get to the marriage office.
Well, we did that Friday. We got the license and everything on Friday.
Okay. Well, great. You want then to pre-register on site between 12:30 and 2, and the ceremonies will be held between 2 and 6. I'm sorry.
Will it be every day of the reunion?
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, great.
So are you getting married? Which day are you getting married?
On the 18th.
On the 8th. That's
Saturday.
That's Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna come down there, and we'll stand there while you get married. How
Maybe
about
you
that?
Witness it for us.
Maybe I can just give you away. How about that?
too.
Okay.
And let me add this. Let me add this, Lincoln. In the event that someone's like really interested at this point, but they haven't quite put everything
together. What do they need to do?
We have Lambert's Bridal, which is out on Springdale Road, 3104 Springdale Road. Brenda Lambert, she's offering apparel that you can either rent or buy, and it's going to really help set the whole thing off for you.
Now, she mentioned you have to do something in advance down at the courthouse. What do they need to do?
Well, yeah, I was explaining. You need to go and pick up a marriage certificate license packet, and that's at the marriage office, 230 East 9th Street, 10th floor.
All right, let's move along. Let's go to Charles. Charles, good morning. How are you?
Hey, Lincoln.
What's going on?
I just want to ask about the
family reunion going to last a little later, or is it going to be the same time it was last year?
Well, it's normally over, what, at 9?
Yes. We keep the park open a little longer for the vendors, but by 9 o'clock, the show's over.
Okay, that's what I want to find out. I just want to holler at Lincoln. I knew since I was a teenager. I had the judge kid, me and his cousin hung around. I said to say good morning, Lincoln Charles Johnson.
Say what now?
This is Charles Johnson. Hey, with your cousin Dennis.
Okay, all right, Charles.
Okay, and I just want to say thanks about having the show every morning, man, for Sunday morning.
All right, thanks for watching.
All right.
All right.
We all thank you, Lincoln.
Well, you know, we try to bring it to the people. Let's see, Glenn is on what line? Glenn. Good morning, Glenn. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good.
I just have a question about your bid whist tournament.
Oh, we forgot to mention that.
Can you give me some information?
Well, we have Saturday and both Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
We're having bid whist tournament. The tournament times: the kiddie whist starts at noon.
Okay.
Progressive straight whist starts at 1. We're giving trophies, first and second place trophies both days.
Okay.
So you want to get there on site for registration around 10 a.m.
Oh, goodness, okay.
Now
that's both days?
Both days.
Are you one of those trash talkers while you're playing?
At all.
Huh?
I don't play at all.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No,
all right.
Information.
All right.
Thanks for calling in.
Is there an entrance fee?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you for your call. All right, let's take a break and we'll come back with more on the Black Family Reunion right here on Lincoln Ware Live. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. 513-381-3838. That's my number if you want to jump on board. You better call right now. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, you want to see some of the best kung fu movies around? I'm talking old school martial arts action with your old pal, Captain Dave, hosting the one and only Friday Night Food.
And we're back live. Who put the voice to that commercial there with Friday Night Food? Unbelievable. Was that Dave? Unbelievable. All right, Gerald Glaspie is my guest. The Black Family Reunion coming up this weekend. And we're taking your calls, answering your questions. It kicks off on Friday morning with the breakfast at the Vernon Manor and goes through Sunday. All right, Tony, good morning. How are you?
Hello?
Yes, Tony.
My name is Coney.
Oh, okay.
Tony.
Okay, Tony.
I grew up with you and Gerald Glaspie. I grew up with Gerald in Kinley Heights.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you at Woodward.
Okay.
I'm proud to see you brothers do your thing. I haven't seen you guys, and I haven't seen Gerald in 40 years. I've seen you at the station when you're on Reading Road. But this is Coney saying hi to you guys and keep up the good work, and hope I see you somewhere.
All right.
Come on down
You'll
and,
see us
and
at the
look
Black
for me.
Family Reunion.
Yeah.
Ask Gerald, he was for his name.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Sure do. Yeah, come on down. I'll be at the front gate Saturday and Sunday.
All right, you brothers take care.
All right.
All right. Thanks for your call. Let's go to Marie. Marie, how you doing?
Fine.
What's on your mind?
Yes, I just wanted to know, I'm speaking on when you had said about teenagers, coming down there without any parental guidance, and I was just speaking on, like, a lot of our young men they like to wear their pants hanging down, showing their underwear, and if you're coming down there with your family, your kids, you don't want to be looking at that through the whole day with a bunch of young, men, kids.
Yeah.
Walking around with their pants hanging down, and showing their drawers, it's just like disrespectful. And I just wanted to speak and, see how y'all felt about that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there'll be some kids down there, some teenagers without their parents, but hopefully they will, dress appropriately. I mean.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't enforce a strict dress code.
Right. But let's just hope for the best. All right?
Okay, then.
Thanks for your call. All right, let's go to Michael. Michael, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. What's on your mind?
Yeah, man, I got something to say, man. I'm from Nashville, too.
You from where?
From Mount Order, man.
Okay.
Sorry, man, I got a cold.
I think we better cut him. It sounds like he was up to something.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you get a sense for when you should end the call, and that was one right there. Yeah. Let's move along. Got time for maybe a couple of more quick calls. 513-381-3838. Who's on line 4? Who's on first? Who's on second? Joyce, how you doing?
Yes, hello. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Yes. The question I want to ask is the parade. Have the public schools been alerted to have their bands ready for this parade every year? So we have a nice parade with Withrow, Woodward, and Taft. So we just have a wonderful day of a parade.
Yes.
I believe Withrow's band is in the parade this year, and I believe that's the band who generally seems to show up. I'm not really sure the state of bands in high
the public schools,
at this point, to be honest with you. But, after 19 years, I think they're aware of the parade being held each year. And we solicit entrance for the parade for 3 to 4 months, prior to this coming weekend. So we try to put out, a broad-based notice.
All right.
Okay, well, I was just wondering about that because I know when I was in high school, we would always participate, in bands and with parades. And I just think it'd be a wonderful thing if we could have, especially predominantly black schools, to have a parade. That would be a wonderful thing.
Well, it's kind of hard to pull them together over the summer.
Yeah, because...
so I don't know. But like you say, Withrow, normally they have their majorettes, the cheerleaders or something there from Withrow, and maybe a couple other schools. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's move along. 513-381-3838. Let's go to Kathy. Kathy, how are you?
Yes, I wanted to know if you all are going to have some information pertaining voting down there and kind of give some information containing the housing problem and the problem, probably why the housing slum is down, because of a lot of people were given grant monies to buy houses, including metropolitan housing, and they didn't receive the Section 8 monies to pay for that because it was sort of like a trickle-down effect. And I believe that they use a lot of people's names to acquire these mortgage loans.
Oh, boy.
Them knowing it in public housing.
Okay, normally Home has a booth down there and the Board of Elections.
I was just looking over our list. The Board of Elections has been down there traditionally. I'm not seeing them as I'm glancing over the list now, however. And I don't see Home on the list either.
But they're usually down there, and I wouldn't be surprised.
They're usually there.
They could still end up there. So just, as you're walking through, you may see them. Terry, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Nicole, Ware. I have a question. I've never missed a Black family reunion, but will the House Steppers of Cincinnati be there?
I think so. It seems like they've been there in the parade.
Yes.
Yes. I believe so. Unfortunately, I don't have the list of people that are in the parade with me.
But they're normally there every year.
Okay, and for Sunday, for the lineup, who would be the gospel singer if there's more?
Well, Dr. Bobby Jones and the Super Choir.
Dr. Bobby Jones.
Thank you.
Okay.
And it's my understanding that they're actually going to tape live.
Really?
And rebroadcast on the Word channel.
Okay. So there you go.
Okay, thank you.
Some good gospel music with Dr. Bobby Jones. Matter of fact, I'll be broadcasting down there on Sunday over 1230 The Buzz, so stop by our booth and say hi.
I sure will.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling. Where, Gerald, look like it's going to be a great weekend starting on Friday. I believe the weather looks pretty good.
Looks great.
I looked at the 7-day forecast, and we're looking pretty good for the weekend.
No rain this year.
Yeah. And that's good. So looking forward to the breakfast on Friday at the Vernon Manor, the town hall meeting at the Community Action Agency Friday evening.
Yes.
Then the parade Saturday morning. It starts off at Union Terminal, Museum Center. And then everything kicks off at noon at Sawyer Point for Saturday and Sunday.
That's it.
All right.
And there is a job fair.
Job fair. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
At Cincinnati Convention Center.
Okay. And when is that?
That's Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon.
Right.
Okay.
It should be on that list.
Friday afternoon.
Right
yeah,
there.
the Duke, yeah. 5 o'clock from 11 to 5, job fair at Duke Energy Convention Center. So check that out. All right, Gerald. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Lincoln.
it.
Okay.
We'll take a quick break and we'll come back and wrap things up with the talk of the town right here on Lincoln Ware Live. We'll take a break and we'll come back to give you the lineup here on It's 38. Back in a moment. And we're back live. Lincoln Ware Live is the program. And it's time for the talk of the town. Hey, don't forget to tune in Friday night at midnight for the premiere of Friday Night Food. And Cincinnati's own martial arts movie showcase hosted by Captain Dave and the Food Crew. You better believe it. For more information, visit WBQC.com or FridayNightFood.com. And don't forget, if you want to see any of the previous broadcasts of this show, you can just log on to WBQC.com and hey, you can watch them right there on the on your computer, on the internet. So if you want to see this show on the computer, sometime tomorrow afternoon it should be on there. So just log on, WBQC.com, Lincoln Ware Live, and they'll get you together. Today at noon, right here on It's 38, Windy City Romance. Today at noon. Rebroadcast of this show tonight at 8 o'clock on Channel 25, WOTH. And following the show tonight, the rebroadcast of this show tonight on WOTH Channel 25, My Father's Angel. That's at 9 o'clock tonight right here. Don't forget to check me out Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 1230, The Buzz of Cincinnati. And if you want to send me a voicemail, got something you want to voice your opinion about, you can call me at 679-6028 and leave me a voicemail. And if I need to call you back, leave your number, and I'll try to get back in touch with you. I make myself very accessible to the viewers of It's 38. So you can reach me that way. And don't forget to log on to WBQC.com. Log on, WBQC.com, and look at any of the previous broadcasts of this show right there on the internet. And let's see, a couple other things. Don't forget, this coming weekend, the Black Family Reunion. I'll be broadcasting live down there on 1230 The Buzz. Looking forward to seeing you at the Black Family Reunion. And don't forget that number to call 744-WORK. If you're looking for a job, Cincinnati Works. Check them out. That's going to wrap it up for me. I'll see you next Sunday morning. We're going to have some strippers in here. Well, not strippers. They're going to talk about this bill they want to get on the ballot to help the strippers out. We'll talk about that. Maybe some strippers will come. Who knows? If they do, maybe they'll show me what they can't do when they're stripping. I don't know. Tune in next Sunday morning to see.